I used to watch football in an era when there was no segregation. I used to go and watch Manchester United play Everton, Liverpool play Everton, and at the end of the game, the adults would turn around and shake hands and say, "Well done, you were lucky, see you at your place. Let's go and have a pint." And that was banter. That was the way it should be.
What binds us together is football, first and foremostly. So if you look at Liverpool, Everton, Manchester United, Manchester City, if we're talking about Liverpool and Manchester, first of all, what binds us together is an identity.
My second name is from England and stands for wealth and God.
My name's Abbie Green. My surname means symbolic of youthful.
My second name, Savage, means warriors. It's from the Saxons.
My name is Harrison Grace. Grace is English and French and means for the colour grey.
What ship hasn't docked into Liverpool yet? The Premiership.
What's the difference between a man with no tongue and an Everton fan? The man with no tongue has better taste. What's the difference between Man United and Girls Lad? Man United still have gigs. Why did NASA send their spaceman to Old Trafford? Because it's the only place with no atmosphere.
What is the difference between Liverpool and a teabag? A teabag stays in the club longer.
Hey, did you hear on the news that Everton's trophy room has been robbed? They're looking for a man with a carpet.
The first real sense I got of the real kind of bitter rivalry between Liverpool and Man United, you know, the football rivalry, was when they came back up from the second division. And the Anfield Road end in them days, when it was a terrace, used to hold 12,000 people. But Liverpool erected a police walkway right down the middle, divided it in two. Because Man United had such a huge following, you didn't really get that in those days. You might get Aston Villa might bring 1,000, 1,500, and in a cup game, you know, fans would travel, and the Geordies might come. But by and large, people didn't travel in those sort of numbers. And then Man United, you know, the Red Army, like it was as though they were preparing for a Viking invasion.
The rivalry then, of course, was Liverpool and Everton. And there's an iconic picture of me back eating a banana, which I don't even remember doing. You know, it's a nice picture of me back eating a banana after we played against Everton. And I suppose because Liverpool-Everton were the two biggest clubs at that particular time, and the media attention was very intense, so a big deal was made of that, which I couldn't understand, because I've been back eating bananas playing for Watford for the last 6 years. I mean, in London, when I played, you know, for Watford against Millwall, Watford against West Ham, there were bananas on the field, and that had been going on. But obviously, they're not two high-profile clubs.
I am a fierce Liverpudlian supporter, but at the same time, this whole thing about hate crime and all the prejudice that comes with it is something that is quite serious, and it's about education and ignorance. I don't care who you are, what you are. I can't bear homophobia, xenophobia, racism, misogyny, any type of hate crime should be dealt with adequately and quickly.
Oasis! Oasis! Oasis!
Hi, my name is Ennis, and the meaning of Ennis comes from Cornwall. It is also an English version of Angus.
My name is Callum Smith. Smith is one of the most popular names in England.
My name is Harry Gartley. Gartley is important for the Germans, the Irish and the Scottish.
Hi, my name is Taylor McElroy. My surname comes from Ireland and Scotland. McElroy means the son of youth and red hair.
Hi, my name's Lucy Prince. Prince comes from France in Middle English.
My name is Lewis Clarke. Clarke is originated from the Anglo-Saxons and also it's on many crests.
Hello, my name is Tyrese. Let me tell you about some information about my second name. It is a medieval name and a Greek name.
Did you know why Man City have 3 stars on their badges? Because they don't forget how many cups they have.
Manchester United has MUTV. Everton have Everton TV. And City have MCFC TV. But poor old Liverpool have the History Channel.
Rio Ferdinand had a 2p phone in typical Man City throwing money at the problems.
Snow White lost her 7 dwarfs down the Whale. All she could hear is, I think Liverpool's going to win the league. At least Dopey's still alive.
Anfield is difficult to win at. That difficult that Liverpool can't even win there.
What is the difference between a Manchester United goalkeeper and a taxi driver? A taxi driver only lets 4 in.
I live and work in Manchester. I always have done. Had to go to London for a while to get trained and then came back and set up Red Production Company. Called Red because of Manchester United. Well, I was brought up going to both Old Traffords all year round and was brought up to be a United fan. But when I started working, my first job as a script editor was with Jimmy McGovern on Cracker, where there was constant reference to who you supported. There was constant banter between the two of us, very, very friendly the whole time. And there was always that element of the Liverpool-Manchester rivalry.
I still tease my Liverpool fans, friends who I say, I've had a £5 on you going down this year, just in case I'd hate to miss it. And we all have a giggle. And they tell me, well, there's more likely chance of you going down at Everton.
Forget about race. Even talking about the north-south divide in terms of what people down south think of up north. So therefore, the idea of coming up north, being brought up since I was 13 down south, filled me with a little bit of trepidation, I must admit, because you have these impressions and these misconceptions of what northern life is like. Outside toilets and all that kind of stuff, you know what I mean?
KB! 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 United! United! United!
My name is Connor Davidson. My name is Anglo-Scottish. It means son of David.
My name is Bennett. The name Bennett comes from Italy. The name is Latin and it's from medieval times. It comes from the name Benedict. My name is Paddy Ahern. It means steed or lord.
My name is Ryan Rutherford, and Rutherford was a famous clan in Scotland.
My name is Matthew Stewart. The name Stewart is the word from Scotland, meaning guardian from the Stewart family.
My name is Stuart Davidson, and my surname comes from an Anglo-Saxon, and I also know that it comes from the son of Davidson. My name is George Hodgson. Hodgson is an Anglo-Saxon of the son of Hodge.
My name is Matthew McCulloch. It is Scottish. It's Gaelic, meaning white. What's the difference between Louis Suarez and a donkey? Donkeys don't eat their own kind.
To Everton fans,
climb over the wall at Goodison. Along came a policeman and dragged him off the wall and said, get back into the match till the game finishes.
What's the difference between Sir Alex Ferguson and God? God doesn't think he's Sir Alex Ferguson.
What does Man United fans use as the birth control? The personality.
What's the difference between a Everton and a compass? The compass has more points.
I had that kit when I was 6 years old.
Tell us about your football history.
Well, I'm actually purple, so I'm neither a Manchester City fan or a Manchester United fan. I support either. As long as the Manchester team is doing well, then I'm happy. I'm on the fence. I used to go to Main Road with my mum as a kid and watch Manchester City, but then I went to high school in a big red area, so I kind of change depending on what company I'm in. All together now.
My name's Alex Ramsden. I come from an Anglo-Saxon origin, moved to Ireland, moved to Essex, and some of my way. What ship has never docked in Liverpool? The Premiership.
What about this rivalry between Liverpool and Manchester?
Well, I think a lot of it is just like friendly banter, really, but I think the reason is because we're all quite similar. Because we've all got sort of Irish descent and similar descent. I think we're all cut from the same cloth. So I think it's because we're so similar. Yet there's, we're just 30 miles up the road. That's why there is so much rivalry. But I think it's all fun and games, really. I think there's only a very small sort of percent of people that take it seriously. All together now. All together now.
My name's Mosely. My surname originates from a small village in the West Midlands just off Birmingham. My last name means mouse hole. I've got a joke. What does a Liverpool fan do just after winning the Prem? He turns off his Xbox and goes and makes a brew.
Do you think we're cousins now? So, do you think we're secretly, admire each other?
Originally, we were all Lancastrians, so Liverpool and Manchester was all the same thing. So really, we've only been divided because of London, because the Liverpool, the Scousers and the Manx, basically ran everything.
Good evening, this is today's news. My name is Molly McCulloch. My second name, McCulloch, is the oldest name in Scotland and means young bear.
My name is Chrissy Harrop. It comes from the Anglo-Saxon origin of the 12th century. It is a name with people who move a lot.
What's the difference between a Manchester United keeper and a taxi driver? Taxi drivers only let 4 in at a time.
David Moyes has succeeded of what he's been trying to do for a decade. Everton are finally above Manchester United in the Premier League.
Over time you get to realise, not only are they not that different from us, but they're really, really similar. Sense of humour, the things that they buzz off, the culture, so many of the kids as I was knocking around with in London, came from sort of Irish Mancunian families. That's my background. My family are Keeleys. I think so many people in Liverpool, somehow have got Irish or Celtic blood running through them.
I'm fortunate enough to have managed clubs in Liverpool and Manchester. I played for Manchester City. As a player, I joined them Christmas Eve 1974, and I became from Scouse B to Big Joe, our centre forward at Manchester City. And that was humour, and there was never any resentment against me.
Culturally, between Liverpool and Manchester, it's really interesting. So I constantly work with Liverpudlian writers and Mancunian writers. I think they do have different voices in a really interesting way, and there's always that feeling of the Beatles, Oasis, all the kind of cultural references are constantly made. In the end, there's not that much difference.
And of course, there's this huge kind of shared culture in the middle, which is to do with, two cities that pride themselves on being contrary, revolutionary, politically astute. It's been, both cities have been the cradle of the revolution, if you like. Manchester with the Industrial Revolution, Liverpool with the cultural and musical revolution.
It's all that Manx a boss, Scousers are sound. I've actually got a book that says that. I love my Manc friends. I love my Scouser friends. At the end of the day, we're all Celts.
I remember also we had Lancashire and we had Yorkshire. We had the Red Rose and the White Rose. And now it's Greater Manchester and it's Merseyside. And Lancashire, whilst not forgotten, you know, it seems to be a forgotten thing, but Manchester fans and Liverpool fans of the respective clubs should be friends. There is no reason for the animosity.
And people who move to Manchester feel exactly the same, you know, because I suppose you could argue that northern people are different to the people down south, and that's to do with their character, that's to do with their upbringing, that's to do with their experience over the last 100 years, you know. So I suppose from that perspective, if looking at Liverpool and Manchester as a city, and of course Everton, Liverpool, Manchester United and Manchester City, the people are exactly the same.
All together now, all together.